Happy Wellness Wednesday. We're back at it doing more of our holistic care and with our holistic health focus this month. And we're going to do two things on today. We're going to make a facial scrub that can also be used on the body. And I'll give a couple examples of how you can use either both ways or make two separate ones for face and body. And then also we're going to make a sea moss face mask. With this recipe, you can use natural 100% aloe vera gel. But for this recipe, I'm going to use a couple pieces that I have from my plant. The ratio of our first recipe is going to be 2-to-1. So it's 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel and 1 tablespoon of coarse sea salt. I'm doing a sea salt aloe scrub. You can also use sugar if you prefer. I just like how the sea salt makes my body feel after, so that's what we're doing that here. And also you could add some type of coconut oil or honey for extra hydration, but I'm keeping it simple. So we're going to go ahead and cut up our aloe. We're going to remove the spikes on the side because we don't want that to nip us while we're working. And also, I like to remove the skin. You can do this leaving the skin on. You'll get a pretty green color scrub, but I'm going to go ahead and just remove all of the skin so that I don't have to blend that long, because you don't want the heat to start to denature some of the natural molecules of what we're doing. Not so fun fact, sometimes aloe can be triggering for me. When I was younger, my father would feed my brother and I aloe when we were sick, and it did the job. It worked wonderfully, it really did. But the smell sometimes just takes me back to that place, so I'm holding my breath as I'm doing this. Once you get everything separated, sometimes it's easier to use a spoon to kind of scoop everything out. So instead of using the knife, it does get a little slippery. You can just anchor down your aloe and just begin to kind of scoop it out. And as I mentioned before, you can leave the skin on and just cut up your aloe in chunks and add it all to your blender. But if you do that, you're going to need a strainer so that it's not too gritty. So I have about maybe 3 nice tablespoons in there. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of water, distilled water, filtered water. Not much, you just want to make sure everything blends up evenly. The most time-consuming part of this recipe is just preparing the aloe. Once your aloe is prepared, you can just add your salt to it, put it in a jar and refrigerate it. I wouldn't keep it longer than 7 days. So I make small batches because I know I may do a scrub 3 times a week, and that gives me enough to get what I need done throughout that week with the batch that I'm making. Now, if I was putting this just on my body, I could use Epsom salt. You can use different sugars. You can add honey. You can do whatever you want and be very creative with this recipe. The purpose of the aloe is because it hydrates, it's anti-aging, it adds a nice barrier on your skin for now you to put on a moisturizer or whatnot. So this is part 1. We're getting ready to do part 2, which is making our sea moss. I'll be sure to add in the comments a couple videos and links where the sea moss is prepared from start to finish. But again, just for what we're doing, I'm going to go ahead and add everything to a blender and we're going to blend it up. Once your sea moss is completed, you're pretty much done. The recipe would just call for adding maybe turmeric that helps with brightening your skin, giving you that natural glow. You could add honey to it. You can add calendula tea. You can add many different things depending on what you're trying to target. Honestly, for me, the sea moss by itself does wonderfully. I'm going to show you later this week using the scrub and also the mask, the results before and after that you should get if you continue to use this on a regular basis. And also what we took into last week and the week before, what you're eating, how you're juicing, what you're introducing into your body, that couples with topical application in order for you to have a beautiful holistic health journey. So I'll see you back here next week for our final entry.